Good afternoon. It is time to make something to eat. I was so hungry, but I didn't want to go to the grocery store. So I looked in my I didn't look in my grocery store. I looked in my refrigerator and I have some beans, and every house should have beans in their house. And I have rice, and I have tortillas, and I have bacon. What a great day to make an amazing burrito. Come join me. We're gonna have a great time. And it's an air fryer and it's an oven. This is great stuff because it's easy to clean. You're not gonna use a lot of, you're not gonna have to warm up the whole oven. And I got this great little basket. You're gonna see what I'm gonna use this for. I'm gonna put this on top. I'm gonna get this from underneath. And we're gonna put some aluminum foil on it to make cleanup so much easier. We need the pan, aluminum foil. I'm gonna take this out. Just a little bit more than you need. Place it at the bottom. I'm gonna wait for that. For a trick, use a paper towel and get your bacon out. I use thick cut bacon right here. Now get 2 or 3 slices. You know, I would say 2 slices, but you know what? I like bacon, so let's go for 3. 1, 2, and 3 slices. This is a super trick. Without this, your bacon is not gonna be as crispy as you'd like it. So get the bacon out and dry it. Dry it, make sure that it's nice and dry on both sides. So, doesn't really matter what it looks like. It's a matter of being super dry. Done. Bring out the basket. Get the bacon out and put this bacon in the basket. 1, 2, and 3. You're gonna see how this bacon turns out to be the crispiest bacon you've ever had. And this is gonna be part of our burrito. All right, so we're gonna use the air fry position. We're just gonna go ahead and get air fry. It's 350, 10 minutes, that's all we need. We're gonna start it. Now on this machine, on the Omni Plus, it is going to have 3 sections. It's gonna have the preheat, it's gonna have a cook section, it's gonna have a warm section. I'm gonna wait until this preheat goes to this one, which is ready to cook, and then we'll put in. It's cooking now at 10 minutes. So all I need is get this in. Get it in about the middle. Don't get burned. There we go. Middle, that's all you need. Close it. So what makes this an air fryer is more like a convection oven. So the air starts flowing in the oven and it creates an airflow over the surface of whatever's cooking, and that helps it cook faster. It gives it that look of being fried. Yeah. Put my skillet, my cast iron skillet on the flame because this make sure that the heat is even across the whole bottom of the skillet. I chose this one to put enough frijoles on it so that we can make maybe 2, maybe 3 burritos. Some oil on this. We've got this nice and hot. I put about 2 tablespoons worth. And we're going to get some frijoles that I have made earlier. Now, this is what I have. 1 cup. I'm gonna put 2 cups. This reminds me of the Abuelita and how she would make frijoles. Whoops. She makes frijoles every afternoon. So I make sure I put this on because this is gonna start to splatter. 10 minutes and it's over, it's ready. So it says obviously end, 10 minutes. Now I have this paper towel because that bacon is nice and oily. It's gonna drip that oil a little bit. So be careful. All this is super hot. 10 minutes. I mean, think about it. It is nice and crispy, and it is going to taste amazing in the burrito. You're gonna. Okay, here's a tip. You know, when bacon comes out, look how crispy it is. When bacon comes out right after the oven or off of the pan, it sometimes can seem to be, you know, not crispy, but it just needs to dry out a little bit. Some of this oil needs to render out, and it will become even more. The problem is many people keep toasting it until it looks crispy in the pan, and when you pull it out, it's burnt. So don't do that. Okay, the beans have been going for about 2 minutes. That's enough for the beans to warm up from that refrigerator, being so cold in the refrigerator. Now it's time to mash them. Don't try to mash them when they're right out of the refrigerator, because it's just gonna be really difficult, and it just won't give you the same texture on the frijoles. Now that you have them mashed like this, I smell. These beans are amazing, by the way. They have cumin, they have salt, they have onions, they have a little bit of serrano peppers, they have bacon. They are so delicious. On their own, they're great. But when they're mashed, they just add, well, they just make a burrito so authentic. So make sure you mash them nice and mushy. I like mine more mushy than most. But if you like it a little crunchier, or not crunchier, but a little bit more texture, then you don't mash it as much. I like to mash them until it's like a paste. And then I leave it on the stove for a little bit longer. And this is medium to low heat, by the way, because you don't want to burn your frijoles. For our rice, again, a little bit of oil, maybe a tablespoon. That's all we need. And this beautiful rice I made, I have a recipe for this as well. It's yellow because I put a little bit of turmeric in it. The turmeric is so good for you. I use it in a lot of my recipes. And if you use it, you know, in measure, it's not overpowering. A lot of times people say, well, turmeric, it has such a strong flavor. No, not if you know how to do it. So, well, might as well just put the whole thing in. Crush it up a little bit. And I'm gonna let it steam and warm up, and it'll be ready to go. Take your bacon, transfer it to a cutting board, use a knife, and give it a rough cut. Because you wanna make sure that these smaller pieces can incorporate good with your frijoles, and you'll be able to eat them easily and not have to pull them out of the frijol. You can tell the rice is ready as the steam starts coming up. You can tell it's ready, and you put your finger on it and it's hot. Now you know it's ready. You can also look at how it's starting to pull away from the bottom. See how it's turning a little crispy at the bottom? Let me see if I can get some of this and show you. Look how it's getting crispy. Like that, now you know it's ready. Turn off the fire and set it to the side. Now it's time for el comal. Every good Mexican home has to have a comal. Now this is a comal from Lodge, another cast iron skillet. It's cast iron piece of, I don't know, it's a skillet. It's a really thin skillet. Anyway, you put this on high heat. There you go. Leave that on, get that ready for our tortillas. Okay, my abuelita would always say, your comal is ready when you can put some water on it and it dances. That is comal is ready. Now it's time for our tortillas. No, I did not make these. So here we go, first tortilla, and I'm gonna show you a trick. First, I'm gonna warm it up. You know, it's been in the pantry for a while, you know, for a day, and so I wanna warm it up first, but I'm gonna show you this trick. And I've shown you this trick in another video. Here we go. Tortillas are good, but tortillas are better when they have a little bit of char on them. So here you're gonna see that I'm gonna put this tortilla on an open fire real quick. Look at that. This tortilla is gonna be so good. See how it's turning? A little bit of a char. That's all you need. Flour tortillas must be done like this way. If you don't, your tortilla is gonna taste raw. So make sure you make your tortilla like this, charring it just on the edge. Now you saw how fast it was. Gotta be fast. I filled it up to the top about this high of frijoles. And now I have this. I'm gonna smear it from one end to the next. Make sure that the whole side from tortilla to tortilla has frijoles. And then I'm going to get my arroz. Hold on, there we go, arroz. We're gonna get a couple of scoops of rice. This is gonna add texture to your burrito, and it's gonna add an additional flavor. I know it's like 3 starches, but hey, estamos en la cocina mexicana, así es que esto vale. This is the Mexican kitchen, so this is worth it. Now we add our protein, because hey, what is a good meal without protein? Then, how do you roll your burrito? This is how. You want to make sure that everything is nice, and you fold it in half, you bring it to you like this, and then you roll it. So there's no space between the filling and the tortilla. Warm up the tortilla a little bit. Just a little bit. Warm it a little bit on this side. Now, there's a different technique for corn tortillas. These are for flour tortillas. See how it's all puffing up over here like a little pillow? Over here too? Turn on your fire. Here we go. Oh. Ooh, look, it's puffing up. This is awesome. And it's done. Ready. I'm going to show you how much frijoles. That's about how much frijoles. This is a tablespoon. And that's how much frijoles you're going to put on this burrito. Oh, so good. And if you can try to put the burrito stuff or the stuffing on one side of the burrito, then it's much easier to roll. Now for the protein, and then the rice. Come on. El arrocito. Qué rico. Sí, un poquito de aquí, un poquito allá. And I have to say, for those people who like spicy foods, I want you to know my frijoles are already spicy, so you don't have to put additional spice. And my frijoles are seasoned properly, so you don't have to put a lot of salt, any additional salt. And I forgot to add queso. I mean, what is Mexican food without queso? And this is cheddar cheese. So delicious. Now we're going to roll it. Now this burrito is bigger than the last one, so we're gonna have a little bit of problem maybe. Look at that, it's good. So I am going to cut it. I'm going to plate it. And I wanna be a little special, so I'm gonna take some cilantro and I'm going to use that to decorate my plate. Some cilantro up. Delicious. My burrito. And we're going to stack it because stacked food looks delicious. And special cilantro. This is probably the easiest plate you can ever make of great Mexican food. Un burrito de frijoles con tocino, arroz. Vas a ver. It's so delicious. The flour tortilla is so soft, but you still taste that little char, that secret ingredient, secret step. The bacon just jumps out at you, and the rice is velvety, but has a different texture to the frijol. And the frijol, the flavor of the frijol is amazing. You need to follow my recipe on frijoles, good frijoles, because that is the key to all of this. Everything works with each other, but if you don't have a good frijol, you may struggle to get this really good. You can make this as a side dish. You can make this as your main dish. You can make this as your, I need to run out of the door
out of the house really quick dish. This is so easy to make. Everyone should have tortillas in your home, frijoles, and you should have rice. Always in your home. Of course, bacon goes without saying. You always should have bacon. But I'm telling you what, super easy to make. Reminds me of my abuelita. The smell of frijoles, making the steam of the steamed frijol is just a memory I will never forget. The tortilla burning, charring on the grill is also something that I will always remember. It's a good family recipe. It'll fill your house with warmth. Look on my description below and I will show you where you can get an Instant Pot, Omni, steam fryer, or air fryer. Those are the best. And stay tuned. I'm gonna put more recipes on the air fryer. It's fantastic. And the pressure cooker. The Instapot pressure cooker is how I made the rice and I made the frijoles, by the way. Well, welcome. I hope you try this.